are going around the world on ESPN Star Sports. And the question for Sri Lanka is, today you seem to put together the perfect performance for the opening game. Does that fill you with confidence going into the rest of the tournament? And is this a big chance for Sri Lanka to win on home soil?
I think it was a tough game for us. I mean, on paper it probably would seem it's easier, but a team like Zimbabwe can be a surprise element. So we've spoken about make sure that we don't be complacent and make sure that we execute a good game plan. Batting first on that wicket, we were also not very sure how the wickets was going to behave and what kind of score we needed. So we were probably bit conservative, but I think guys batted really well. Good partnerships. 180 is always going to be a big score, and then the bowlers came and did the job for us. So quite happy with the effort. This is something that we wanted to kickstart the tournament, definitely. To your second question, we're going to take one game at a time. I think that's the way for us to go in this tournament. We will enjoy the fans, we'll enjoy that enthusiasm, but as a team we make sure that we take one game at a time and concentrate on that.
Questions, please? This gentleman here. Wait for the microphone.
මහේලා කොහොමද මේ පළමු ප්‍රවේශය නැත්නම් මේ පළමු ජයග්‍රහණය කොහොමද දකින්නේ මේ ලෝක ස්නාන තරඟාවලිය තුල?
ගොඩක් සතුටු වෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ අපිට සිම්බාබ්වේ කණ්ඩායම වුණාට මම හිතන්නේ පළවෙනියට සෙල්ලම් කරද්දි ටිකක් අමාරු තරගයක් මේක. අපි ක්‍රීඩකයෝ කණ්ඩායමක් විදිහට අපි ගොඩක් දේවල් කතා කරා. අපි කොහොමද මේ තරගයට ප්‍රවේශ වෙන්න ඕනේ කියන එක ගැන. මම හිතන්නේ හැම දෙනාම වගේ හොඳට අද තරගයේ සෙල්ලම් කරා. ඉතින් ගොඩක් සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා. අපිට මේ තරගෙන් පොඩි පොඩි අඩුපාඩු වෙච්ච දේවල් අපි මොනවද කියලා පුහුණුකරුවන් එක්ක කතා කරලා ඊළඟ තරගයට සූදානම් වෙන එක තමයි වැදගත්.
Mahela, do you think Mendes has got back to what he was right now, and also going into the team's performances, do you think that you are ready with your side now to go on and win this tournament?
I think I'm quite happy with the way Ajantha has bowled today. I think even during the Sri Lankan domestic tournament, the last one, he came back and bowled really well. That was an indicator for us to see how match fit he was and how controlled he was. And this was his first game, I think, after about 8 months or 9 months. Quite happy. He was a bit nervous before the game, but I think, bowled really well. I mean, as a unit, we come into this tournament to go all the way, but it has to make sure that we focus one game at a time and keep our focus for that. I think got a good unit, talented bunch of players. We need to make sure that everyone's heading in the right direction.
Mahela, of course, your gamble worked really well, sending Jeevan ahead of Tisara. But what made you to send him one step up?
Well, I knew the off spinners overs were finished, and Jeevan is a very good player of spin. The leg spinner was on. Didn't want Sangha to take risk. Sangha is a guy who would anchor the innings for us in that situation. So we wanted Jeevan to come in and play the spinners, which he does very well. So he got off to a great start, and then he continued. So Sangha didn't have to take much risk. Build a good partnership there. He's a busy player. Good guy to have in the team because he bowls well, fields well, so a great all-round prospect for us.
Mahela, it's a T20 opener and the home team is playing, but we didn't see a full house today at Hambanthota, and there were a lot of empty stands. So are you disappointed about that?
Well, obviously it's a weekday. That's all I can say. It's tough for people while working to come for these kind of matches. I'm hoping that there'll be a great crowd for us on Saturday. It's a big game, and we'll get that full support.
Mahela, other teams be handling.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Sorry.
Other teams seem to be handling Ajantha Mendes quite well, like India and the other Pakistan. Do you have different plans for spinning?
I'll let you know when I get to playing India and Pakistan. Right now, I think Mendo is doing the job for us, and we'll think about it at that time.
Mahela, first of all, congratulations on the victory today. You sent Dilshan Munavira, debutant for 2020 internationals, up in the order. He opened with Tilakaratne Dilshan. How do you think he performed in today's match, and how do you plan on using him for the rest of the series based on today's performance?
Yeah, I think it's tough on the young lad. At T20 World Cup, first game, his debut, I'm sure he would have felt it, but we felt that against Zimbabwe that would be a great opportunity for him to get that game away. I thought he batted really well, bit nervous, trying to probably do a bit too much because the wicket was doing a bit, so we'll have a chat to him. But I think he's an exciting prospect for us going forward. He could actually win us a couple of games just by the way he bats. So yes, we'll try and use him. Like I said, we got a very balanced squad. We'll try and see the wickets, the combinations against different opposition, and depending on that, we'll see how we can fit all these players into a 11.
Mahela, we've seen how important a combination of the side is, like in the 50-over World Cup final when Angelo was out and had to make a lot of changes. Has Ajanta's performance today actually made it more difficult for you in terms of bringing in some of the other players?
Well, I think there's a healthy competition there. I think Rangan is bowling well. Akhil is doing brilliantly. Like I said, going into the first game, wasn't sure how the wicket was going to play, so we played that extra batsman so that the batsman will have that freedom to go and get that big score. So that was our game plan for this match. But depending on the surface that we're going to play against South Africa, we have options where we can change the combination purely because of the 3 all-rounders that we have in the side. So we'll sit down, have a chat, have a couple of net sessions, see the wicket, how the wicket's going to play in the next game, and make that call. But like you said, there's good competition. It's a healthy headache for me to have, I guess.
මහේලා කොහොමද මේ තනතිරුව සහ මේ හුලං පිළිබඳව ඔබ කියන්නේ පීඩනයක් එල්ල වුණාද?
මම හිතන්නේ හුලඟ නම් එතරම්ම තදට තිබ්බේ නැහැ. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා තරඟ සෙල්ලම් කරන තරම්, මොකද අපි රෑ තරඟේ සෙල්ලම් කරේ සාමාන්‍ය හවස් වරුවේ තමයි හුලං දැඩි විදිහට තියෙන මේ ක්‍රීඩාංගනේ. මම හිතන්නේ තනතිරුව වෙනදට වඩා ගොඩක් හොඳට සෙල්ලම් කරා. අනිත් තරඟ වලට වඩා මම හිතන්නේ පන්දු හොඳට ආවා පිටතට. ඉතින් ගොඩක් සෑහීමකටපත් වෙනවා.
Mahela, you said before the competition started that Ajantha Mendis was very keen and eager to make his comeback after 9 months. I mean, his performance obviously can't get any better, and how keen a weapon is he going to be in your campaign for the rest of the tournament?
Well, definitely, because of the bowling unit we're trying to make sure that we have all these variations in our armory. So Ajantha will play a big part. Like I said, he was very keen to get back into the side and, get back into playing international cricket. So we saw that hunger in him. We just wanted to make sure that, he just goes through the processes, get his back sorted out so that, we don't have any issues going forward. That's why we kept him for good 8 months away from the game. So he's come back strongly. Hopefully, he'll continue to do the same work that he did today. There'll be times that, he'll have bad days, but I'm sure the quality of the player is that he'll have more better days than bad days.
Last 5 questions, please.
Yeah, Mahela.
Yeah.
Jeevan Mendes came in and played a busy knock and injected some urgency into the innings. Is there some thought that he'll be used as a floater to come and maybe break up some of the accumulators you have in the batting order?
Yeah, like I said, in our batting order, we want the flexibility as much as possible so that we have those right-hand, left-hand combinations, and against different teams that we will try and use that. Obviously, playing the extra batsman allowed us to do that today. So depending on the tournament, who we play, what the situation is, we'll try and float different guys in different situations. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it might not work, but it worked for us today. So we have to be brave enough to make those calls in this tournament going forward.
Mahela, I saw Ajantha leaving little early. Is he all right, or is he having something?
No, he was fine. He just felt a bit stiff on his side, so we just wanted to make sure that he goes and have a look at it. Nothing serious. He bowled his 4 overs, so I didn't see him why he should be on the field for those last few overs to make sure that he go back, keep some ice, and make sure that his side is fine. So fingers crossed, nothing serious.
Mahela, considering Sri Lanka's recent T20 performances as well as Zimbabwe's recent T20 performances, there were a few eyebrows raised before this match, but you guys have give them a very clear answer today. But do you consider your people as clinical?
We had to be clinical because, like I said before, Zimbabwe is a dangerous team, especially when you're playing in them in that first round. Because you make one mistake, you might be out of the tournament as well. So there was a lot of pressure on our boys. I think, you could see in them yesterday at practices and even today at the team meeting that, that pressure was there. We just wanted to make sure we start this match and try and get it over with. And I'm quite happy with the effort of the boys, the composure they showed. It's a good start for us. Hopefully we can build on this.
Mahela, 3 run-outs in the Sri Lanka innings, and that was against Zimbabwe. They were not very impressive on the field in trying to contain the boundaries, but 3 run-outs in the Sri Lanka innings, is that an area you want to work on, running between wickets?
Yeah, definitely. I think, we need to push ourselves a bit more. I think a couple of them were unnecessary. Obviously, Mune didn't know where the ball was. He just ran in without his bat. I was probably a bit too lazy as well. Make sure that we don't make those kind of silly mistakes going forward.
හොඳයි මහේල දැන් මේ ජයග්‍රහණයත් එක්ක අපිට ඊළඟට තියෙන දකුණු අප්‍රිකාව කොහොමද මේ තරඟය දකින්න ලැබෙන තරඟ?
මං හිතන්නේ මං ඉස්සෙල්ලා කෝගේ අපි මේ තරඟයෙන් අපි කරපු දේවල් මොනවාද අපේ දියුණු වෙන්න තියෙන තැන් මොනවාද කියලා බලලා දකුණු අප්‍රිකානු කණ්ඩායම ඊට වඩා වෙනස් කණ්ඩායමක් උන්ගේ සංයුතිය මොකක්ද කියලා අපිට දැනගන්න පුළුවන් ඊළඟ උන් ශ්‍රී ලංකා සිම්බාබ්වේ තරඟෙදී. ඉතින් ඒ සංයුතිය ගැන අවධානයක් යොමු කරලා අපිට අපේ සංයුතිය මොකක්ද කියලා හදාගෙන ඒ තරඟෙට සැලැස්මක් හදන එක තමයි හදලා ඒ සැලැස්ම ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන එක තමයි වැදගත් වෙන්නේ.